Hello and welcome to the CFO Technologies. In this video, I'll introduce you to what we will be doing in learning Laminas framework together. Because we are learning it together, your ideas and views will forever be welcomed. I'll try and make the tutorials very comprehensive for those who haven't used Laminas before. By the end of these tutorials, you should be able to build enterprise applications with ease. Laminas is a PHP MVC framework. You don't need to be an expert in PHP to be able to follow along. You'll be fine if you know the fundamentals or how it works. You should know why Laminas, if not the best, is one of the best frameworks for building web applications. Okay, what I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand. The tutorials will focus on the practical side of building our applications. You can read on the theory by visiting the link below. As I mentioned in my previous video, we will learn Laminas framework together whilst building along enterprise applications. Our first application will be on an Abo model. But before we start, let me walk you through the folder structure, then create a simple Hello World application. I'm in my root directory, and if you remember from the first video, my root directory's name is also CFO. And these are the subdirectories and files in it: the bin, the config. The config directory contains application level configuration files. The data directory contains the data your application might create. When we start building our file manager, this is where we will save all our files. It also contains a cache that is used to speed up our Laminas framework. The model directory contains all application models. Currently, there is a single model called application. We will be creating more models when we start building our site. The public directory contains data that is publicly accessible to the web user. In the public directory, we have the index of PHP, which is the main entry point to our website. The .htaccess and the web.config files defines the URL rewriting rules. Then we have our CSS, images and JavaScript files also here. The vendor directory contains third library files, including Laminas framework library files. We use our composer.file file to install our libraries. Okay, it's time to make our hands dirty. And in Laminas, to start that developing, you have to be in the development mode. To be in the development mode, open your XAMPP shell. Change directory to your root directory. Use php composer.file development enable to enable the development mode. So we are now in the development mode. In our site, This is what we have so far. To change anything on this page, you can go to Model, Application, View, go to Application again, Index. Open this with your editor. So I'm going to put anything there. H1 Hello World. Okay, so this will be the starting point of our tutorials. Now in our next tutorial, we will learn how to create a new model from which we will start building our album model. We will be using Doctrine to manage our database. So we will learn how to install the database model into our project. To get along, subscribe to receive notification for the next video.